Hi guys, it's Felix Lie here again from my home office in Sydney, Australia. Today I just want to welcome you again on my training, and I believe that if you can take something out of today's training, it will be probably much better off, to all the books, all the courses out there that you probably can read or can attend to, because what I have done today is I simply have summarized all the things that I think is really important, especially if you want to be successful in your life, regardless of what business or what kind of business that you are involved in. You need these kind of things to be successful. A lot of people looking for, as I mentioned again, you're probably tired of me mentioning about, people looking for success outside of themselves. But indeed, you need to look deep inside that success is within you, because you have the ability, you have the capacity to be successful. It is all already within you. So you need someone, or you need yourself, to dig out that potential, to actually search out that potential. And it could be just a matter of switching, the switch in your mind, and decide that you are born to be successful. Now, when I talk about successful, I am not just talking in a money or in material way, because a lot of successful people, if you ask them, they live enough. They are happy of what they have. They are grateful. They give thanks to God that whatever they have is enough for their family, and that they keep growing every single day. Those are true leaders. True leaders doesn't just talk about money, doesn't just talk about, they have big houses and all that. Money will come by itself as soon as you focus on bring out the best of you to help other people. And today I also want to expose myself. I just want to open up myself to you guys, telling you guys a bit of my story, my background, and that way we can be. I hope that it can actually bring me closer to you guys as a friend, and that is what we try to form in our team, to form a feeling of a family, of a friend. Just like myself, when I met with my team members, especially when I met with my personal coach or my team mentor, Scott, a few months ago. We have been dealing online on the phone, but we never met in person. But when I met him, when I meet him in person, it is a true feeling of, I've been knowing him for a long time, and I am so grateful that I can make friends all over the world, because of internet has opened to such endless possibilities for you to explore. For me to explore truly, the potentials that I have in myself. A bit of myself. I consider myself a quite doing quite good, or performing quite well academically. I did pretty good in school. You probably heard of a lot of stories from people that weren't so successful in school. Most of them are dropped out, and most of them are, they didn't even finish high school, but they are successful. And since, I was just telling my wife this morning, for me, educations itself, I'm grateful that my parents can give me the best educations that I can get. But I still think, the traditional school, or traditional way of schooling, is kind of, wasting a lot of people's time. And for myself as well, I'm a quick learner, and I went to school. I went with good grades. I didn't even spend a lot of times in studying, but it's just that I was blessed with the ability to learn quickly. And I remember telling my brothers, don't worry about getting great grades in your school or in uni. Don't worry about it, because it wouldn't be useful in practical life. It is good that you can make friends, you can, develop yourself in school, but the most important thing is to keep learning outside of school, to start putting yourself, thinking outside the box, thinking outside of your, outside the traditional school methods, and keep looking around you. You look at people people that are successful. I had a lot of friends that had the best grades in school, but now I can see their lives are just simply as a, doing a routine 9 to 5 job. But while, people that some of my friends, that one of them had dropped out from school, but then he did pretty well in business. He actually had his own shop, and he actually run his own business. And from the perspective of who is more successful, for myself, I simply believe that those who pursue their own dreams are more successful than who just go and, being comfortable sitting in a 9 to 5 job. So as soon as I finish uni, you guys, a lot of you guys probably been involved in multi-level marketing. I've heard of Amway. Even before I went to uni, when I was in high school, my parents' friends were in Amway, and I can see how great they were doing. So I decided that I wanted to give it a try. But it's just that the opportunities never came until one day when I was in uni. A lot of our church friends actually, they got approached by people to join Amway. So without any hesitant, I didn't actually join Amway, by the way, but what happened was I was looking at my friends. A lot of my friends just flocking into joining Amway, and I think, oh well, it's too late for me to come on board. So I decided to, and at that same time, my other friends introduced Usana to me, one of the network marketing in health supplements. You probably know about that too. So I joined that straight away. With, those people try to pitch me, but I just simply said, sign me up, sign me up. But they keep pitching. A lot of people do the wrong things. As soon as you have the right person in line, you have that enthusiasm going on in that particular person. You know that it is the simple of, it's not about your product. Your product would help, but it's about the lifestyle. It's more about the lifestyle that this particular thing or the particular business can give to people. And I believe there's a lot of people missed in what they are trying to promote their business, because they're promoting their products, they're promoting the features of how great the vitamins are or how great their products are, but they forgot that the main purpose of people people buying that products is whatever the purpose is. So when I joined Usana, I actually try to promote that to my friends. That is the reasons why, even though I stopped, even though I didn't grow that particular business, I learned a lot from those business. I actually closed myself because I can see that how hard it was to actually get people join into multi-level marketing, and I was quite skeptical back then. As soon as I couldn't get any signups, I start blaming the products, I start blaming the company, and I start pointing my fingers to any other people around me that doesn't make me successful, because I was looking for success outside of myself. And then cutting the story short, I went into workforce. I started working quite young, because I finished uni quite young as well. I actually went and finished uni with a pretty good grades, but I just believe that I'm not born to just work in a job, a 9 to 5 job. It doesn't actually give me the chance of giving up my best of what I can do in my life. So I decided to keep searching of whatever business opportunities out there, and until I even went to business experts and all that. This is where I came across another multi-level marketing. I've actually told myself that I wouldn't join any network marketing company anymore. But there is this one lady she came from all the way from US to promote her Arbonne business, skincare business, and as soon as I saw the products, as soon as I see the effect that the products can do, I can see the result instantly. I knew that I thought it was the business for me. So I went on all the trainings, all the meetings, all the conference calls, you name it. Calling all my friends, all my family. If you I've even called people that I've never spoken to before. And I'm not saying that those aren't waste of time. I'm grateful that I was in the business, and I'm grateful that all the skills that I've learned through that business, because it gave me the confidence, it gave me the experience that I needed to be successful or to be where I am right now. And as I said in my previous training, success itself is a journey. So it is a journey of falling and getting back up, falling and getting back up. And a lot of successful people can tell you, I guarantee they can tell you that they have experienced many failures in their life, and that is what makes them strong, and that is what made them the leader who they are right now, because of the experience they've gone through. And experience itself is one of the components that leaders have, because they can point out to the previous success that they had. They also can point out to the previous failures that they had. But in all that failure stories, there is one common story, which is getting back up and fight again. And even though people can stumble, and you probably can tell me that you have limited cash, or you are in different countries, you have limited, limit in your language, or whatever reason, those are all just excuses. Okay, I can tell you that if you have made a decision, if you have made a decision in your life that you will be successful, then you will be successful. But if you're thinking that I hope I will be successful, I hope I can make it, then you're just not giving your 100%. You probably heard of that saying, when a student is ready, then the teacher will appear. Then the teachers will appear. So as soon as you prepare yourself, prepare your mind that you are willing to do whatever it takes to reach your dreams, your goals, then what you need to learn will just appear right in front of you. It is quite funny, because I talked to my wife about a lot about homeschooling stuff. We are planning to homeschool our kids. My son is 3 years old right now, and we had been thinking about whether we should send him to school or we should homeschool himself. And previously we had heard about a lot about homeschooling stories, but we just didn't pay close attention enough to those options because we were not ready yet. But now when we are ready, a lot of people that come into our life, we just found out that they are homeschooling their kids. And I'm not talking about those people are successful people. They know that traditional school no longer works for them. And I'm not here to convince you to go for homeschooling, but I'm just telling you the stories that, once you open up yourself, once you open up your mind for possibilities and not rejecting any kind of out of norm, activities or possibilities, then you actually enrich your mind with knowledge that you never experienced before. And I just watched a video yesterday from a kid, from a 13 or 12 years old kid who has been homeschooled himself. He simply gives out the one of the message that a lot of adults missed. A lot of adults ask their kids what do they want to be when they grow up. And for these kids, even if you have a kid, simply ask them what do they want to do. They probably wouldn't even have any idea what they want to be, because they don't know what it is like to be an astronaut or to be a doctor. Kids simply want to be happy in their life. When you're happy, everything that you do will be productive. I'm not saying you just waste your money on going on luxury holidays here and there, but I'm talking about doing what you want to do in your life, doing what you are called to do in your life. A lot of times, us as a parents, I'm as guilty as that as well, force things to our kids that they don't like. Forcing them to learn a certain things that for us we think that it is for them, but sometimes you got to think of from the kids' point of view. A lot of learning things actually happen outside of textbooks, outside of academic. A lot of things, important things, especially for myself, I learned a lot of critical, important moment in my life actually outside of school or outside of textbook. I learned a lot from people who are already successful, who even dropped out from their school. Most of them dropped out from their school and actually went their way, started working hard since they were young, and finally made the success itself from from their hard work and from the perseverance that they have. So I want to challenge you right now to actually have a moment to think. Think about the reality in your life. Are you doing things just because people out there are doing the same thing? Are you going to work because you simply think that there is a norm? People just have to work because to earn money. You got to think of the possibilities out there that you have, that you can do to impact others people's life. If you just, I'm not saying, then don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying working is a wrong thing. Working is a good thing because you actually give yourself, you're not lazy, you just, you want to get something, you want to live your life. But what I'm saying here is when you work, if you have so much potentials, then what you do right now, if you're not happy of what you do right now, then obviously you're not giving your best in your work. So you got to face the reality. You got to face what is it really that you do right now. Is it, if I said to you, if you were to pass away today, will you be happy of what you are doing right now? If you're not, you better start doing something right now. Better start making the decisions to do or to make the changes in your life. Because what you do will impact people around you. And what you think or how you react to things around you will change people around you. That includes your family. People coming to talking about this online business or business in general, people come on to online or looking for businesses for one reason. Initially, they are here to make extra money on top of their jobs, probably. They probably initially didn't focus on financial freedom. That is the same when I first came in online. When I first came in online 2 years ago, I simply thought of, my idea was just to make extra money on top of my salary so I can actually spend more, I can actually save it for my holiday or whatever reason it is. But as I grew, as I spent more time with my leaders, with the people that are already achieved freedom of lifestyle, living the way that they want or doing things that they love to do, and I was inspired. I was inspired to do the same things. I was inspired to look into myself and think for a moment, just have a break outside of my routine and really think deep and think what I really want to do in my life. And I found out that life is such a short, you only have such a short period of time to live. And for most people, what matters most are your family, relationship with people, how you can help others, how you can contribute to the society to bring out the best out of you to help others. And obviously, as I think of ways to help other people, I'm helping myself too, financially. And I'm in a stage of, I can simply work 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 5 hours a day and have the rest of my day spend time with my family. And a lot of people didn't realize that they came in online and they start working like, they bring the 9 to 5 mentality into the online business or into their own business. That simply means that you are just replicating your work environment and bring it to your home. But in my team, in our team, that is not our main goal. My main goal here is to help you to create the life of financial freedom that you deserve. A lot of times from out of 100% of things that you do online or people do online that are not successful yet, only 10% of it are really important. Only 10% of it, if you focus your 100% of that 10% activity, then I can guarantee your income will grow. And I can guarantee that your business will grow. And I realized this, even though I listened to this a lot of times from my mentor, but as soon as I had that click in my mind, it just need that click in my mind, all the things that I do, the activities that I do from day to day, completely, turn upside down. Instead of spending like long hours in front of computers, I only spend 3 to 4 hours in a day. I focus on what is effective. I focus on what actually produce income for me. I focus on activities that are useful. As soon as you figure out what are your priorities, then your job is to make it as efficient, as productive as possible. And that is how you can see people coming online, or people who are successful can only, they only need to work 2 to 3 hours a day to make living for their life. Because outside of those hours, I'm not saying you're just playing around. That doesn't happen to me. Outside of those hours, I actually spend time to teach my kid, spend time to build relationship with my family, and spend time to help other people outside of my families. And we start getting into helping church or helping communities around us, so we can actually contribute something to this life. And including just like making this video. This is an example of how I produce, or how I do my income producing activities. By doing this video, I'm actually building trust, building relationship with you guys, and I'm actually giving out value that you guys can take and ponder and grow yourself in your life, and including growing your business. So in our team, we talk a lot about when it comes to our Google Hangout trainings. A lot of leaders, there is one instance where from our most recent trainings, when the leaders ask, submit all your questions to all our members. We have around close to 10,000 members in a few months' time, and in this couple of months, in growing our business, growing our gold business, a lot of newbies coming in, a lot of new members coming in. We as a leaders, we give them chance to ask questions, but a lot of those questions simply being answered, and a lot of those questions actually not a technical questions. You can tell that from all the trainings that the leaders hold. They talk a lot about mindset shift, a lot of attitude shift, because your attitude will determine the altitude of your life. If you have the right attitude, if you have the right belief, then your business will grow with you. If you have the right passion, if you have the right enthusiasm, the rest won't matter. If you listen to my previous trainings on, enthusiasm on fires is much better than knowledge on the ice. People with the mindset that comes into business before they want to join, they thought, they want to know the nitty-gritty of the compensation plan. To tell you the truth, I myself, I don't even know in details of how my companies or how my business compensation works. But the fact that I just go out there and tell people of what I do, go out there and produce useful training for people, people come to me. People come to me because of my belief, of my convictions, because they can see that my belief in this business, belief itself is contagious. When you believe in something, people will come and flock to you. When we talk about what is important in a business, we told them, build your list. Build your list just like any other companies out there who are successful. They are strong in building the customer database. That is why we teach our team on how to build their own list, to have your own list, and not to rely on programs of businesses out there, but to rely on yourself. And as soon as they build their own list, we teach them we actually tell them to give passion, to find the passion in the business, to tell stories in videos or in person on how passionate they are to have their business. So in average, talking about business in general, you probably look at the statistic. That people came in business, they probably spend 90 days, 3 months in general, and then they quit. And especially in the instant society these days, or in the internet era, people probably came online for 1 month, and after that they quit. Do you know why they quit? A lot of reason is because they have the wrong or the false expectation. They have the expectations that they're gonna make it successful the next day. They have the expectations that they will be quitting their job in a few months' time. But success simply doesn't work that way. I can tell you that up front. If you think that, you are disappointed of what I'm telling you, I better tell you that up front, because I don't want you to be disappointed or to have the false expectation coming into this business and you thought that you will be making it online or making it a success after you spend a few months' time. I can tell you that there are a few people that come in online and make it as success stories after a few months. That is because they came in with the right attitude. They came in with a stronger belief than anyone else. They just have that passion. They just have the willingness to learn. The hunger to learn and the passion to go out there and just promote the business. But for most people, when they came into the business, they don't have any skills at all. They don't have the right mindset, and it will take them, a journey for them to learn. And the more failures that you do, the more falling that you have, that will become part of your story. That will be a part of you. They will become part of you for you to tell your team to actually. That is actually a part of value that you can teach to your team. Your failures and my failures may be different, but at the end of the day, it's about how you can share your life, share your experience with your team, so you can help them to build their own lifestyle or to build their own dreams as well. Nothing is more dangerous, for people to have the false expectations when they came into a business. They thought there will be a simple magic one button to make them successful, but that is truly the wrong expectations. And if you saw a lot of people out there that are involved online, they probably show you the example of they living under palm trees, living in the islands, and just enjoying themselves up. But those are the end result. Those are the result after you are successful. Yes, you can get there, but do not assume from day one that when you join this business you'll be living that lifestyle. No, you'll get those. You'll get your rewards if you deserve it. Excuse me. So if you deserve it, you will work hard for. You need to work hard for it. Anything worthwhile in your life, you'll need to work hard for it. Okay, just like I'll give you an example of riding a bike. Think of if you know how to ride a bike, or if you have kids riding a bike, do you simply give them bike and tell them go ahead and ride your bike? No, you actually guide them. And when they look at other kids riding their bike, do they, as soon as they get the new bikes, can they just start pedaling and not falling? No, there will be falling involved. There will be almost probably giving up involved. But that is that's just part of learning. Do you give up when you fall down from your bikes? I don't think so. I believe you'll get up there and get on the bike again and start pedaling again until riding a bike becomes something that you don't have to think about. Just like doing business. Anything practical or all the technical stuff, creating email follow-up and all that, or the traffic driving strategy, it is important. But as soon as you master those are not as important as having the right mindset. Because when you know how to do that, how to do those things, as soon as you learn how to do it, it will become just a normal thing that you do. You just go online, you just do whatever you need to do. But the most important thing behind those is the passion that you need to have. The willingness for you to help other people, the willingness for you to step in yourself, acknowledge what you don't know, and you are willing to learn what you need to know in order for you to become leaders that you need to be. I myself, I have read tons of books, and I know that there are heaps of books out there that I still need to learn. That is why for myself, learning is such an enjoyable experience, because I can tell you that I create the environment that I can enjoy reading. That is why I consider it taking my family to cafes or to for a holiday is not an expense for me, but it is considered to be things that we love to do, to build our relationship, to have time out from our routine and to actually read books. So reading itself is simply not skim through all the materials, but reading means immersing yourself into learning the things that you want to learn. As soon as you open up your mind, as soon as you take full focus on what you want to learn, the way you grasp all the things from the books will be different. So back to talking about online business. Many people get brainwashed into believing traffic is number one thing that they need to know. But in fact, traffic is not the number one thing that you need to know. It is important, don't get me wrong, but that is not the number one thing. People continuously looking for shiny objects out there and not knowing that the success that they need to build themselves is actually inside them. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you will start your journey of success. 99%, a lot of people's when they came into a business as well, they are lacking in focus. You probably seen in your inbox, you have a lot of things hitting your inbox. I'm not just talking about business opportunity. I'm talking about your Facebook message. I'm talking about your friends emailing you or some good deals hitting your inbox. You'll be distracted. That is why when it comes to working on your business, you got to have 100% focus. You got to have the focus in your mind to get things done just by spending a few hours in a day. Say you set yourself a time limit, 2 hours, and I'll get this done without any distraction. Turn off your Facebook, turn off your Skype. If you listen to this my video and you're doing something else, then I'll probably say that if you can listen to this again, you'll get different things just by solely focus on what I have to say here. Okay, there are two P's that makes business successful. The first P is passion. We talked about that earlier. Believe in what you do. If the passion is not there, it doesn't matter how great your product is. It doesn't matter how great your company compensation plan is. People can sense it. People can sense your passion subconsciously. And second P that is important is people. Building relationship with people. We are in people's business. The sooner you realize that we are in people business, the better it is. Because if you think that we are in a business of selling gold, then you are wrong. We are in a business of building relationship with people. That is why when we have seminars, we have meetings from a company. Some of our leaders actually flew to US and they met with each other. A lot of them feeling, just even though they haven't seen each other, but they have seen their email, they've seen the the pictures and all that. When they meet up, they knew that they are part of a family. They can relate straight away. They can start conversation straight away. This is the beauty of our team. This is the beauty of having online business. There is a limitless, endless possibilities for you to explore the friendship that you can have in the world. And that is what I believe this is what life is all about. Business itself, this carrot bar business itself is just a vehicle or a tool for you to ride on to be successful. Okay? Relationship is what brings people to business. Without our business, we believe, without passion, we believe that your business would mean nothing. With our business itself, we believe in our business. We have the 100% confidence. We have the passion. We have we emerge ourselves. Emerging means being completely as one, with your business. Your business is part of your life because you are in the business of building relationship with people. That is why we keep educating people, and we believe education, having the proper education, the right education is important. We're in the business of teaching people, making them aware of how bad our economy is right now. If you have watched our videos in our team about the 7 stages of economy, about the differences between currency and money, We are here to educate people about finances, about, to be financial savvy, so you don't actually waste, or your hard-earned money doesn't go into waste. We are here to teach people to protect their own wealth. That is why we are so passionate, because we know that what we teach today will be useful for you. And I can guarantee that regardless of whether you're buying gold from us or not, or you actually buying gold from Carrot Bars or not, if you watch the video carefully, if you actually do your own research carefully, you know that you better prepare yourself right now. Otherwise, when the worst came, and if you're not prepared, then you simply will lose out. And as a consequences, your family might suffer. As a consequence of your ignorance of or your ego, you might not have a good life or the right life. And because of that, your family might suffer along. So what we do is simply educating people, putting people in the right path, and that is why we are passionate in showing people what we do, what we can do to help them, to prevent or to protect their wealth from the big disaster that are coming. If you didn't have passion, or if you haven't fully grasped the significance of how bad our economy is right now, I urge you to watch the videos that we posted in our email follow-up or in our team. And as a matter of fact, talking about patience itself, it is easier to be passionate rather than perfect, isn't it? You ask yourself, will that be easier for you to be passionate about this business, to dig out yourself, what you can find that can drive you to be passionate in this business? Will that be easier compared to knowing all the nitty-gritty of the technical point of technical stuff? What is easier? Passion is actually easier. Driving out or finding out your passion will be easier. So the decision that you make on daily basis will determine your result. If you're spending time on Facebook or on watching TV every single day, then the result, you look at the result that you have right now. That will be a reflection of what your habits, what you do or what you think will become your habit. Your habit will become your character, and your character will determine your destiny. That is why if you believe that people are destined to be poor, then you probably are right because of the habits that they do. But if you have the right mindset, if you do the right things, if you have the right habits, that will build you become to have the right character, and that way you will have success no matter what comes in your way. And business itself is about momentum building. A lot of people, I heard plenty of stories, and that happened to myself as well. People, after they came in online, building the list and not seeing any result or not seeing any signs up from people. One day, but if you keep doing what you need to do, as long as you know what you do is right, then it will come to you. You just have to believe. It's about momentum building, doing that little things, that will matter in your life, that will matter to your business. Making videos to help people, making little, a few videos here and there. Those little things will help you to build momentum, to build, to build trust with your team. Everything you do online, spending time a bit here and there, like watching this training, watching our videos training, replying to emails to your downline, or create your own follow-up emails, create your own videos training, will help you to build momentum, and it will help you to get to where you need to be. So focus on your business, and I would say that focus on one business. Okay, when you came in, or if you are just like myself, in my previous experience, I had, I was involved in probably 3 to 4 businesses online. Just believing in posting ads and will make me rich. Until one day I realized, I'm grateful that I came to a light point that, this wouldn't make me successful. Spending on my energy on all these businesses make me just a bit of extra money, $1 a day or whatever dollars a day. That wouldn't make me free. So I decided this is not the way that I want to be. This is not the life that I want to live. I want to live in the life of freedom, doing what I love to do, helping other people, helping you to achieve the same result, to achieve your own success story. That is my passion. That is my passion, to help people to bring out the best of their potential in their life. So if you have many businesses, I myself, I abandoned all those businesses, even though some of them still producing cash, but I abandoned a lot of those businesses because simply I think it is just a time waster. I rather giving out on a few dollars and building up my main business, so I can actually deliver and I can actually give the best of myself to you guys. So if you're all over the place, I urge you to take time and to set your priorities, to reset your priorities right. Don't expect that you'll build a business, a decent business from a hobby. If you're all over the place, if you're not focusing on one thing at a time, then you don't expect success in this business. It's as simple as that. And if you're if you're in my team long enough, you know that we have been involved in various of businesses. Some of them are making money, some of them are just like losing money in the cyberspace. And I can tell you that those things have actually made me almost given up, because all my money, one day I put tens of thousands of money in a few online businesses that just went, just like in thin air, just like that, into cyberspace. And the hope of having that money will perform, or will make me extra income. Those are almost our last bits of our savings. And I actually have to go to my parents and telling them about my story, and having my parents to help me. And I'm grateful that I'm in a family, that my family in our Asian or in a Chinese culture, our family are very supportive, and my family especially are supportive of what I do. They believe that I am not here to waste money. I'm not here to enjoy myself, but I'm here to build a solid business. And I'm grateful that my parents have that faith in me, and investing and helping me with the funds that I need. That is why I tell you that everyone came in a business with a different experience, with a different background, with a different conditions. And I can tell you that, like Albie, Lawrence, both of them actually dropped out. This is our top two leaders in our business, and those two leaders, they dropped out from their school and they start working when they were young, and they're actually using their own money to build their business. That is why they had my respect, because they struggled more than I do. That is the reasons why they are more successful than I am. But I'm not stopping here. I am in the process of growing. I just want to be open with you guys that everyone is in different stages of their life. That is why you have to keep learning for you to keep growing. Now back to the gold business. With the gold business that we have here, it is simply different from all the other online business that we have been involved before, because we know that we are in the era of the economy that are simply collapsing, and it is just a matter of time when the paper money that you're holding will lose its value. And we are simply here to help people to be on the right track, to protect their wealth. And the business that we're involved in is simply, is physical. You can actually hold the products in your hand. And we are not telling you to spend your money on those things, because you're actually simply swapping your paper money to your gold. Gold is gold. It's as simple as that. Gold is God created limited resources, whereas money is printed by people, printed by human. I've actually just posted something in Facebook a few days ago about the Federal Reserve. The Fed, the US people call the Fed, they printed money all they want. They don't have any responsibilities on controlling, printing of those monies. And as a matter of fact, if you look up Wikipedia right now, Federal Reserve itself is privately owned. Even this particular fact will shock most people, because they don't know that. They would think that Federal Reserve is part of a government. No, the VAT is owned privately. That is why their agenda is only for private purposes. They have their own agenda behind all they do. You simply cannot trust your government. I can attest you to that, because government, they have their own agenda. It's just all about politics, and no one cares about your futures more than you do. That is why having this business, it is just coming at the right time, coming at the right timing with the right opportunities, and you're in the right team who are willing to share their life and welcome you as part of a family. And that is my purpose for me of this video as well, is to welcome you, looking to welcome you to become part of our family. When I say family, I'm not making this word lightly, because I'm a sort of person that don't open up to people easily, and it takes me years even to open up myself to my leaders, to Scott and to Lawrence and to Albie. And as soon as I see that they are exposing themselves, telling the background or telling the stories of their life, even to the bits of the emotional bits, and I feel that they are genuine in, and I'm grateful that all the leaders in our team are genuine in helping other people. In our Google Hangout, some of them even have to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning. They are there already. They are in the, they don't have to do this. They don't have to attend those training, because they are financially free already. But they are there. They are willing to spend their time to help people that needs help. And that is why I don't know what I can say to help you to open up, to help you to open up your eyes and come on board with our team and see exactly what I'm talking about here. It is one thing that me telling you a story, and it is another thing when you come on board and actually see it for yourself, or what I talk about to you, when I just talk about to you. And in gold business itself, I actually knew a long time ago that gold grew in value much faster than anything else in the world. I knew that because my parents taught me that. My mom especially, she actually invested in gold. She's not a business person, but she knows, even she's not, she finished high school, but she didn't go to uni. Just like, if you ask other, all these professors in uni, I would say that my mom is much smarter than them, because she invested, she buy gold, she bought plenty of gold. She converted all her paper money into gold, and after I think 20 years or 10-20 years later, she sold some of her gold, and she actually, I can see that the values that gold has instead of the paper money. The $100 bills that you hold right now, probably in 10 years time, can only buy, I don't know, $50 worth of product maybe. Your money wouldn't keep up with inflation. I would say your salary wouldn't keep, the increase of your salary would probably less than the inflation, let alone the increasing power of, the decreasing power of money. So you're actually losing here if you're not doing something right now. If you're not doing anything with the money that you hold, sooner or later you will regret it. So that's the purpose of this video, to show you that this life, I'm just as human as you. I'm simply, I have notes that I refer to when I make this video, because I'm simply a person that I don't have a perfect memory, and I'm a person that can be quite lacking in focus. So I need a few things that that I need to read or go through along my way to make sure that I've covered up enough, that I make sure that the video that I'm making today is covering what I need to share with you, so you can get something from spending time on listening to this video. Because I truly believe, all the stuff that I'm sharing with you today, you probably can't get it from one textbook, or you can't get it from your uni or anywhere else. And I believe that the mindset that I am trying to embed in you will play in your mind subconsciously every time you go somewhere else, or if you think about your business, you will keep thinking of what I'm telling you. Because I know this, because as a matter of fact, when I listen to my leaders, when I listen to people who are already successful, their message I just keep playing in my mind, and subconsciously I am talking like they talk, I'm actually delivering the values to you guys, just like my leaders did to me back then. So once you're successful, you will do the exact same thing. You'll share in your life, you'll share values to your people or to people around you. When you're successful, you will do a lot of thinking. When people think that business is about doing, when you're successful, you will know that thinking is actually the biggest part of a business to grow your business. If you don't spend your brain or your time to think enough, then your business will simply stall. And if you stop growing yourself, then your business will show, the result of your business will show itself that will stop growing. So we are here to help you focus, to tunnel your vision, to direct you, to navigate you, to show you the path of where you need to go. We are here as a team to help you, to make your journey to success easier, but it is still up to you. It is still back to you to make that decision, to make the change in your life that you want. This kind of training is probably the most important that you can do to be productive. By listening to this video, I believe if you haven't done anything else today, I believe this will be the most productive hours of your day. Just like when I listen to my trainings, or when I listen to other people's more successful people than I am, I just simply feel my days are productive because I've learned something new, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So today, if you can take something out of today's video, is focus on one business at a time. Focus on this carrot bar business. Give it your priorities. Immerse yourself into the business. Immerse your heart, your soul into this business. And remember that we are in people business. We are in a business of helping other people. We are in the business of sharing value to other people, so people can gain values from you, and people can start trusting you. Alright, I think today's video is long enough. I truly am grateful to be here, and I'm truly grateful that I can be part of your life. And I can't wait to have you on board with my team, to share your success stories with myself and to my team, and to be part of this great journey in this life. So thanks again, guys, for your time. Looking forward to see you in my next video. Bye bye.